Operation Epic Fury, we are winning. We're winning decisively with brutal efficiency, total air dominance, and an unbreakable will to accomplish the President's objectives. We stay locked on the target because here at the Department of War, that's our job. God bless our troops and this mission.
A force without precedent is converging in the Gulf. This vast mobilization of assets signifies more than just a presence. It is the physical manifestation of strategic intent. For decades, this deadlock seemed unbreakable. Now, with every air group that launches and every vessel that deploys, a new reality is being established. The final phase of a complex strategy is now underway. The horizon is dominated by the steel silhouette of the USS Abraham Lincoln. This isn't just a deployment, it's a declaration of intent. Flanked by a massive strike group of destroyers and cruisers, the Armada carves its path toward the Strait of Hormuz. The sheer scale of this force is unprecedented. Every vessel is in formation, every system is locked. The strategic deadlock that held this region for decades is about to be broken by this singular, massive maneuver. The final pieces are on the board. The end game has begun. April 2026. The world watches as the most significant military buildup since 2003 reaches its peak. At the center of the storm is the Strait of Hormuz, a maritime choke point where 20% of the world's energy supply hangs in the balance. Following the launch of Operation Epic Fury, the United States has issued a final ultimatum: open the waterway by April 6th or face total strategic neutralization. Leading the charge is Carrier Strike Group 3, spearheaded by the USS Abraham Lincoln. This 100,000-ton Titan isn't alone. It is flanked by a lethal escort of Arleigh Burke-class destroyers and guided missile cruisers, creating an impenetrable Aegis shield. Their mission is clear: to dismantle the threat of over 6,000 Iranian naval mines and fast attack swarms that now haunt these waters. The deck of the Lincoln is a hive of lethal activity. One by one, the F-35C Lightning II, the Navy's premier stealth fighter, is catapulted into the hazy sky. At Mach 1.6, these fifth-generation Predators are virtually invisible to radar, equipped with advanced sensor fusion that allows them to share a digital map of the battlefield in real time. Dozens are launching in a relentless cycle, carrying enough precision ordnance to saturate any defensive grid. Presidential warnings have been clear. If diplomacy fails, the next phase target is Iran's energy infrastructure, from Karg Island to the mainland refineries. As the Marine Expeditionary Units prepare for ground maneuvers, the message to the world is undeniable. The blockade will be broken. The endgame is no longer a possibility. It is an active deployment. But the air superiority isn't just about speed. Alongside the jets, a swarm of MH-60R Seahawk helicopters lifts off the deck. These are the eyes and ears of the fleet, scanning the depths for subsurface threats and clearing the path for the heavy hitters. The coordination is flawless, a multi-layered shield moving in total synchronization. High above the clouds, at altitudes where the air is thin and the silence is deadly, the F-35s take their position. From this vantage point, the entire Strait of Hormuz is laid bare before their sensors. They are the silent predators of the upper atmosphere, invisible to the radars below, waiting for the final command to strike. The calm before the lightning. Below deck, the atmosphere is heavy with silent focus. For the men of the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit, the waiting is over. This is the ritual of preparation. Strapping on body armor, securing gear, a meticulous assembly of everything needed for the ultimate trial. In these moments, every Marine is alone with their thoughts, mentally locking in for what's ahead. The only conversation is the brutal, metallic song of cleaning rods and locking bolts. An M4 is checked for the 5th time. Precision is life. Each click of a magazine locking home is a step closer to the breach. This is not just maintenance, it is a bond of absolute trust between a warrior and their primary tool of survival. One final lubricated slide, one final brass check. They are ready. The final pieces of gear are secured. Tactical radios crackle with early warnings. The transition from prep to deploy is complete. They stand now a wall of disciplined, lethal force, weapon at the ready, waiting for the green light that will take them into the heart of the crisis. There are no questions left. There is only the mission. Operation Epic Fury is about to go hot. Deep in the shadows of the high-security hangars, the ultimate strategic asset is awakened. The B-2 Spirit, a flying wing coated in radar-absorbent material, making this $2 billion ghost invisible to even the most advanced defensive grids. With a range of over 6,000 miles without refueling, the Spirit carries a lethal payload of up to 40,000 pounds. Its mission in the Strait is clear: total surgical neutralization of high-value targets before the enemy even knows the sky's occupied. The engines hum with a low, terrifying vibration. The shadow is moving. The final strike is now invisible. High above the world's chaos, the Spirit moves in absolute silence. At 50,000 feet, this black silhouette is the ultimate arbiter of the conflict. It doesn't roar, it doesn't boast, it simply exists as the final answer to any resistance. The grid is locked, the targets are painted, as the shadow of the B-2 falls over the strait. The first chapter of the strike ends, and the real storm begins. The operation is unfolding. For the full report and the next phase of the offensive, stay tuned to my channel. The continuation is coming.